Hello, my name is Alexis.
And my name is Juan.
We are the Villegas brothers in Los Angeles, and we're going to show you our warehouse tour.
All right. So, for people who don't know, how long have you been in business?
So we started in late 2019, so roughly 3 years.
And what do you guys do here?
So right here, we work with film like tints, window tints, paint protection film. And so we, from that film, we send them through the machines and we make decals. We make a lot of DIY kits like paint protection film kits and also window tint kits and also tint for the headlights and taillights. So we make all that and we sell it on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and our own website. And so pretty much that's what we do.
Now, 3 years in the game.
Yes.
When did you guys decide to get a warehouse?
We decided to get a warehouse when we didn't have enough space in order for us to expand. So as soon as that hit, we were like, okay, we got to get some other location. And that's how we started, getting into warehouse.
Now, let's say there's somebody out there that wants a warehouse. What's one tip you will give them? For example, make sure you have enough business, or make sure you have a great landlord, cheap rent, enough space, small space. What would it be?
I think one of the tips I would give is if you could do it from your house, do it from there. Don't jump into getting a warehouse until you know you have enough income coming in, because a warehouse is a big commitment. A lot of warehouses today, they ask for a 3 to 5 years commitment. So that's a big commitment. And if for whatever reason your business or the business goes down, it could go on your record.
Now, this isn't your first warehouse.
No, it's not.
How did the last warehouse end? Good terms, bad terms? Did you owe money?
So luckily on our last, before this business, on our last warehouse, we really were struggling. And luckily we had a landlord that was really, really kind to us. And they kind of knew that we were struggling. So they kind of allowed us to leave our lease. And so it was on good terms. It's just that, they allowed us. So it was on good terms.
All right, guys, so let me show you the warehouse.
So what's one thing you like about this warehouse that made you get it?
It has 3 restrooms. So you see here, there's 1, 2, and then 3. And so there's definitely we have 8 people working here. And so being able to use the restroom without having to wait for anybody, it was definitely our main.
That's a big plus.
Yeah, it was our main driver. Also, the rent was cheap.
It's cheap.
So right now we are in LA, so rent is a little expensive. But in this one, we were able to get it under $1 a square foot.
Did you have to negotiate, or was it a special?
No, it was so the previous landlord, he was pretty cool about it. I know he wanted to fill up this place because this warehouse is part of it's a bigger warehouse. There's 3, it's separated by walls. But at the beginning, it used to be a bigger warehouse, but they separated it. Yeah, the landlord was pretty cool, so we didn't really have to negotiate.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, is it, or is there more over there?
So this one, so all of this from here on out, it's all of ours. But over there, it's where we share a lobby with another company. So they do party supply. So they have tables and chairs and all that, and then they rent it out. So we share that. Well, they kind of we shared it, but we kind of let them have it because they wanted to have a lobby room to show to their clients. And so because of that, they also pay us some rent on our end. So yeah, pretty much this is our break room. This is where everyone really comes and takes their break. So we have our table here. We have chairs, couches and stuff. And then right here we also have, because we employ people now and we have to be compliant. So we have all the posters that are required to be legally compliant with everyone. We have the wages, we have all of these posters and stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
As soon as everyone comes in, there's a little furniture for everyone's stuff. We also have the fridge because eating out every day is expensive, so we got to bring the lunch from the house. So we have the fridge, and then we have two microwaves, so people don't have to wait when it comes to lunchtime. So this is kind of like our supply room.
Yo, you guys could live in here, man.
We can.
Yeah, and then pretty much after this is really where people take their breaks and lunch. Careful, sorry about that. And so that's one of the places that we definitely gotta get rid of, because right now we got a big table that it came in here, so that's why we have this mess. But right here is the restrooms. So we have the women's restrooms, and then we have the men's restrooms, which we clean every day.
Yeah. And then we also have this TV. I know the World Cup is starting, so that's what we used to actually. So Some of the things we do, 7 in the morning, one of the things we started doing is we have daily meetings. We try to make improvements every day because one of the things we started doing, implementing in the warehouse is called lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing is essentially improving the process in order to bring as much value as you can to the customer. So with that, we do have daily meetings to update everyone. So that's why we have the TV over here.
Yeah, so in the meeting, it's basically right here. Also, we want people to grow and people to learn, and so we rotate whoever runs the meeting. So it's not just always me or it's Alexis. It's everyone takes turns to run the meeting, going through the numbers, previous day sales, going through any returns, replacements, any refunds that we get as to why that happened and what we could do to prevent future replacements and returns. And then we go through improvements and then anything that we need to update on. So that's what we do on our daily meeting. After that, that's when we go ahead and start doing our, you could say, our warehouse cleaning. Now on that end, it's because we do sell online, we have people working on like listings, working on images, and at the same time we also have someone that helps us with the bookkeeping and HR for anything like HR related. I know the lady helps us here with that, and so that's pretty much where, like, you could say the office people work in. And as you can see, we're all standing because we believe that standing, it kind of like gets the blood flowing, and you could be more efficient if everyone's standing just other than sitting. So that's why everyone's standing. So that's pretty much, and I'm there and then Alexis is there. Yep. So we have stations for each type of kit that we sell. So I know right here is the paint protection film kit station. And so right here we have the cutter here. And so the rolls goes behind here. And so we just, as it cuts, it goes down the table, so we don't have to be holding it. And so it goes down here, and I know we have all the tools down here, so we don't have to go move around and stuff. So, you know, these are, it's a little messy right now, but these are all the tools that we use to make the kits. And so pretty much this is the kit. I know we have our printer there. So we really haven't sold a lot of printing stuff, but that's something that has come in useful in the past for clients that, for example, want certain things certain prints on their vehicle, or even for their business, you know, posters and stuff. So that's our printer. This is our scanner, which we're gonna start using whenever we have a car that we want to make like paint protection film kits. Yeah. So this is our scanner that is gonna read the dimensions and all that. And then moving on, it's so that was one of the cutters, Graphtec, and then this is where we have our other Graphtecs, which we use to cut like a lot of our products. Like I know we saw a lot of like American flag stickers, a lot of like just accent enhancing stuff for people's cars. So this is where we cut them, and then this is our table. That's why you see all that mess over there. This came on that, and so this is our roast roller, and so it's really cool. But that's mainly used for transfer taping our decals, and so like yeah, it's really cool. It's, for example, let's say we have a decal right here and we want to transfer tape it. So all it does is just goes down. And then we just roll it. And that's pretty much it. And so on this side, you'll see that it's all transfer tape, and so we really don't need a squeegee or anything like that. And that's what this table is used for. And then same thing with this. This is where we keep some of our material. I know our raw materials, we keep it there too. So we keep everything as close as possible, so we won't have to be going back and forth, running around. And then these are our smaller cutters, where we cut, the smaller decals, and then this is where we prep them. So it's pretty much a flow. So like we have the raw material, then we go through the cutter, then we go to prepping, and then we go to the shipping, and then it goes out the door. So we try to have a flow and eliminate as much waste as possible to benefit the customer. Because with efficiency, I know we could price our products more competitively and also just deliver and offer more value to the customer.
I see you have a lot of equipment.
Yes.
A lot of tables, supplies. Let's say someone wants to start a business.
Yeah.
Should they invest little by little, or should they go all in your opinion?
No, definitely, I think starting off slow. Because at the very beginning, I remember this one was our first one, and with this one we had for like a year in the business. But so definitely, I know if you're not gonna use it, don't buy it. So only use what, especially starting off when we may not have as much money. Only use what we can. Only buy what we can use, and so definitely starting off small, and then from there seeing if you need it.
Now you say you started with this for a year.
Yeah.
But at one at what point you didn't have customers be like, hey, I need something bigger, 24, 48?
Yes.
And did you invest or did you wait? What'd you do?
No, so definitely there was customers that wanted like larger decals. Because we didn't want to spend we didn't have the money to spend on a big one. We had to turn those customers down. So we just focused on what we were good at, which were small decals. And so that's what we stuck with because that's what we were really good at. So we stuck with this one. Then we purchased another one. And so we purchased these 4, and then once we saw, okay, there's a demand for bigger decals, let's go ahead and buy the big one. And so that's when we went ahead and did that.
People are gonna ask, well, if you need the bigger machine, why didn't you take out a loan? And you actually done that before.
Yeah, so that one we learned from our experiences. Because let's say there was demand, but then let's say it stopped. Well, the machine's there, but then you still have to pay the loan. So like, I wouldn't recommend taking a loan on something that you don't know if you're gonna use or not. So before doing that, just make sure that you're really definitely gonna use that machine.
Maybe have enough customers requesting it.
Exactly, have enough customers requesting enough demand, and let's say if not, then you have to be ready to go ahead. Okay, let me go ahead and get more customers to be able to use this.
Okay. Yes. So we got the main gist over here.
Yeah.
What's over there?
So on the other side, remember how? Oh, in another video, I mentioned how we were gonna go ahead and start our own tint shop, and so on the other side, luckily we got it at also a good deal. And so the other side, that's where our tint shop is going to be. And so let's go ahead and check out the other side.
So this is our other location. Originally we got it because we wanted to expand more into the decal stuff. So we had people working here doing the same thing over there. So this is originally why we got it, but then eventually people were requesting coming in. They wanted to get their vehicles window tinted. They wanted to get paint protection film. So we kind of needed a location for us to be able to do that, also to get the fitments of the products we were selling. So we needed a dedicated space in order for us to do that. One of the things also we kind of found a need for were instructional videos for people wanting to know how to install the products. So we that's why we got this place originally. After that, we just consolidated everything on the other side for production, for actually making the stuff. And this became an open space. So one of the things we decided is we're gonna start a window tint shop in order for us to get more vehicles in, to also get the products that we need. At the same time, if we make extra money, then it's more than welcome.
Now, for the window tint shop, are you guys gonna be doing it, training somebody, or hiring somebody to come do it?
So I know originally when we started selling the window tint kits online, I started doing the research. So I first started, and so I know how to window tint. Like, not the quickest, but I definitely I had to learn how to window tint. And so originally the plan was for me to start window tinting too. But we realized that, especially with the recession coming, I need to focus more on like the marketing, on the email marketing side, on the things that will generate sales rather than working in the business. And so because of that, we started having one of our current employees start learning it. And so eventually down the line, he's gonna start working it. And so he's actually working on one of the vehicles. And so he's gonna start doing that.
So where are you at in the window tint shop? Are you already taking customers, or are you still practicing?
No, so for that, we're still practicing, because we definitely don't want to have customers coming in and deliver a bad product. So right now we're practicing to where we're actually like really good. And so right now we're practicing on one of our employees' cars. So right now we're basically at the practicing stage.
All right, so that was our warehouse tour.
Let us know what you think in the comments below.
So if you have any advice or any questions, make sure to hit us up on Instagram. It's gonna be in the link below. I'm Alexis.
And my name is Juan.
We are the Villegas brothers, and we'll see you on the next one.